I'm trying to make it so that it looks good, but guys, welcome to an emergency live stream. I wasn't intending to stream today, but my God, wow, everything's falling apart. But my God, Bitcoin prices are just going through the freaking roof right now. Like, my God, guys, there is a lot of okay. So here, okay, right. But before I gotta contain my excitement. I gotta contain my excitement of you guys. But altcoins are just blowing up. Bitcoin is blowing up. We have $37,888 right now. This is up 7% today. It is absolutely nuts. I was expecting Bitcoin to move up. Okay, I'm bullish, but I didn't expect it to be so soon. I feel like I'm unprepared for this. The way I survived the bear market is that I lower my expectations. Because like you can't get disappointed if you don't have any expectations, right? So I lowered my expectations to such a low level that I think I'm not mentally ready to handle how crazy this market is. So if you're feeling the same, guys, if you survived that bear market, if you're feeling the same wherever you're coming from, make sure you smash up those likes. It really helps this channel grow, especially at this point of time. Right now, we are trying to make this channel pop again, and also we're trying to bring people into crypto the right way. I think there's a lot of overexcitement. Okay, I know I'm excited, but we're gonna contain ourselves. We're gonna discuss if this is a fool's rally. All right, a lot of people are very suspicious. There's two camps right now in the market. There's one camp that believe that there is an ETF that is very imminently gonna come on this market before next year. In fact, there's a 7-day window that they think is going to come. So we're going to discuss that's camp number one. Camp number two thinks that this is a fool's rally, that this is going too fast, way too crazy. And they believe that Bitcoin, it's going to get its time, but maybe it's not now. So anyways, we're going to discuss both camps. We're also going to discuss this today. All right. So this bubble, that is an insane bubble right there. This is FTT is up 71%. Let me just enlarge this for a little bit, but it's up 71%. And there's basically, this is because there could be a relaunch of the ETF exchange. We know that Sam has very shady dealings. We know that Sam Bankman-Fried, he is a fraudster. He's been found to be guilty of 7 charges. All right. But that being said, with the fraudster out of the way, can this exchange succeed? And I can tell you guys that a powerful crypto exchange right now, it's going to blow up. So it could be the case that if FTX relaunches, that's going to be an insane time. But anyways, very, very exciting, guys. So make sure you guys smash in. Tell me where you guys are from. Tell me if this is a good stream time for me. I don't usually stream at this time. I don't usually stream for a while. I haven't streamed for a while. But I'm going to get back into the habit, guys. And I want you guys to tell me where you guys are from, if this is a good time for you guys for the live stream. Yeah, because we're going to find a good time to stream, and we're going to do daily live stream to catch up on this crypto explosion, and we're going to get them alpha. We actually brought it up to a huge number of ways to make money. So I've actually done robo trading now. I found different ways to gain yield. It's not as impressive as during the DeFi times, but there's a lot of excitement. Plus airdrops, plus altcoins. I'm actually plowing a lot more money into altcoins. I'll tell you some of the secrets in the upcoming videos. It's gonna be crazy. So anyways, guys, let's do the intro, that famous intro. Let's get started. And I have not seen that intro in a while, but just getting back to streaming is very, very exciting for me, guys. I'm also gonna take this opportunity to fix something that dropped. I actually dropped my router just now, so this is a very, very raw video, but my router is very much needed to stream content, apparently. So yes, you can also see the big mess behind me. That is my wall. I still have not fixed that yet, and I find myself very small. I feel like very small in this space, because like, let me move my chair up a little bit so we're comfortable to stream with you guys. Oh, that's that better, guys? Oh, but now my head's cut off. Oh, all right. I'm not gonna mess with the camera. not gonna mess up the camera. I'm just gonna start. But I want to say a big welcome to everyone joining this channel. We got Paul Allen says Bitcoin is smashing it. So BC says, bro, 50K 2 days from this move. It could be the case. We might smash $40,000 for the price of Bitcoin. It's gonna be insane. We got BetaBot says Canada EST. That's where you're watching from. Man, if this is a good time for you guys, I would love to stream. Quizzabox is London, and right now I'm based in Hong Kong, and right now it is 11 p.m. for me, so it's a little bit late. Just had my shower. But it's actually a good time to catch up. I think it's like a perfect time to make a live stream before I sleep, and then I can make another one in the morning. Maybe that works, right? Maybe that works. That's gonna be exciting. Let me just switch this back. But let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about the prices. Let's talk about what the hell is happening, guys. So let me throw this on. These are the Bitcoin charts. Let me put it for 1 hour. But guys, this was way scarier than I thought. Look, now it makes sense, right? Now you can see what's the reason for the video, right? Bitcoin was happily sitting, right? There was a fear that Bitcoin was gonna maybe fall a little bit below 33,000, right? But support held strong. But not only the support hold strong, but we broke, and you can see in the single candle. So the single 1 hour candle, we went from 72,000 to 78,000. I was watching this. I was like sitting there watching this. I was like, okay, guys, I gotta make a video. I mean, obviously, I've been accumulating Bitcoin throughout the time. I mean, I learned from my lesson that by making videos, telling you my strategies, right? My strategies. I've been making content on that front, but I didn't expect it to move so quickly, especially not today. Now, what is the main reason for this move? Well, there is speculation, and this is coming from in Bloomberg ETF analyst. This is from James Seffard and Eric Buchanas. All right, I cannot pronounce names at this hour. Please forgive me. But they've noted that they still believe. Okay, so new research from me today. We still believe there's a 90% chance for a Jan 10th approval Bitcoin spot ETF. But if it comes earlier, we're entering a window where a wave of approval orders for the current applications could occur, right? So this is what's kind of powering this. Now people are feeling FOMO. They're feeling, okay, look, these analysts are telling Wall Street that, hey, January 10th approval, right? But it could come before this. And this is what's setting people very, very, very FOMO. And this is like, when an ETF like this, of this scale, gets approved, the amount of people who are going to be able to be interested in this, it's astronomical. And I saw this firsthand, right? I saw this firsthand with Hong Kong, what's happening in Asia. Because initially, Hong Kong was a little bit slow, right? People were very slow to adopt Bitcoin. People were slow to see what's happening. But if you saw what was happening at Hong Kong FinTech Week, right? And you just saw the number of people flocking over to the Animoca booth, flocking over to the OKX booth, the Hashkey group. These are all Web3 companies, right? There's a traditional finance moving there. You can see that the herd mentality comes in play. That was when I saw the effect of the herd mentality, right? If you watch the video, you basically saw like the banks. This event was dominated by the big banks, the traditional finance guys, right? And the traditional finance guys, they always play it safe. They don't want to self-custody Bitcoin. That's not what they want to do. But so anyway, so this applies across the board. All right, that's what I'm trying to say. This applies across the board. If an ETF gets approved in the States, whole god, like that is insane. I do want to tell you, Bitcoin ETF timeline. I just want to bring this up here. I just want to show you guys the image for this. But what was happening is that in terms of approval, I just want this chart, really. I just want a big version of this chart. Please just show me a big version of this chart. Please behave. All right. So ARK shares, all right, that was delayed already. All right, it's preemptively delayed. But the final deadline for ARK shares, 21 shares, ARK 21 shares, Bitcoin ETF, that is January the 10th. And this is where the analysts are saying that there's a 90% chance of approval. But if you actually look at it, so this is the window, right? These are the final deadlines for this wave of ETFs. And it could be the case, people are speculating that when the SEC approves the ETFs, right, they're going to approve it all likely at once. This is like, they shouldn't show favoritism because the first ETF is going to be crazy, right? The second one, oh, maybe not so crazy. But the very first one has a significant advantage. So if they launch, the SEC might launch them or approve all these in a very similar short window of time. But because there's huge parties behind this, and something that I read here was that the regulators are actually, let me just bring this back up. I'm too excited, but after the legal case against the SEC, where the judge just ruled that the SEC did not have sufficient reason to decline these ETFs, these companies are all, like Grayscale has all been in talks with the SEC over this GPT's conversion since a while, since they actually won the case. So this is actually quite important to point out as well, that there's a lot of stuff that we don't know, right? The insiders, they know, because the insiders at Grayscale, they know that they've been talking to the SEC, but we don't know this, right? We don't know how these talks are going, right? They're kept confidential, but it could be the case that people, what the speculation is that everything's going to come at once, and there's a window now for this Bitcoin ETF approval to be coming before January the 10th. So that's what the explosion is about. Now, obviously, this camp obviously is very speculative, right? There's no real hard evidence other than two Bloomberg ETF experts, and we know that these analysts, who knows, right? Who knows? So it's still speculative, but that's why the markets, the way I see it, is that the people who are playing right now, they're playing to see if this speculation is real. So it could be a lot of volatility. We could move down a little bit still. We can still touch this support line. Not financial advice, of course, but these are the two supports that I'm looking at to hold. But what's quite interesting right now is that the excitement in both the East is very strong and in the West is very strong as well. So overall, I see fundamentals being super strong. I do see that there could be some heavy volatility. I can see the reasoning behind why some people think that this is like a fool's pump. But because the fundamentals are so strong at this current point, for me, what I'm doing is I'm building up my positions in Bitcoin and the altcoins. Now, altcoins are going to be crazy because if you look at the bubbles today, there's a lot of movement, right? There's a lot of movement in not just FTT, but we got Link going up 13%. Solana's still going, all right? Solana's been moving up heavily. PayPay's up, right? Meme coins are back. Rune's up, right? Scala's up. Polygon is moving. Matic is here. So Ethereum's here. So you see the altcoin bubbles are just expanding. And that's a beautiful thing to see. That's beautiful. Because a lot of times, we made videos about this before, that when Bitcoin has a massive rally, altcoins sometimes just like fall a little bit behind, right? They fall a little bit behind. So this is why it's actually quite exciting, a very, very exciting period for us, because, hey, when things move so crazily, right, the altcoin season is back. And I'll be honest a little bit with you guys here. I have altcoins. I've been collecting them, but there were certain altcoins that people were talk to me about. Like, say, for example, Chainlink. They've been building extremely aggressively. And I don't think my position in Chainlink's very strong. Like, I've been accumulating and building up my position over the past few weeks, but I feel like I haven't reached it there. And today, when I saw Link going up 13%, that FOMO hit me. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, my DCA is just too slow. It's too slow. So I'm going to speed that up. I'm going to also make content. I actually feel like something that I'm also not too prepared for is just how much content is needed. Like, okay, I tell you guys I'm buying some Chainlink, but what's the reasoning behind it, right? I haven't made the video yet. Or I tell you guys, hey, guess what? China's making huge moves. If you look at Neo Gas, right? Gas is it's insane. Neo Gas has been going up to insane levels, 61% today, right? 61% for Neo Gas because there's, I think this is just like sneaky too, right? This is sneaky because guess what we saw, right? We saw a Neo DevCon here in Hong Kong around 2 weeks ago, right? We saw developers coming in to Neo, but we didn't expect people. We saw the development, but we know that on Neo, for developers to build anything useful, they need gas, right? But I didn't expect that explosion to come so quickly, right? Yet again, like I was prepared, but not that prepared. So, anyways, I'm not gonna get caught off guard. I'm gonna make sure you guys are aware of what's happening. And just a quick show for my second channel. It's called Boxmining Plus. Let me just throw that up out there. But Boxmining Plus is a channel that or let me float this. I was calling it Boxmining Testnet earlier, but we were using this channel to kind of bounce different content. So the extra content that we make, like playing games during the FinTech week, and then there's a Neo DevCon live stream that we did. These are all made available to you guys on. So this is the Neo APEC hackathon live stream that happened 13 days ago. That was one of the one I was talking about. But this is for a little bit extra information. This is with the help of Ron, who is my colleague. And then he's been doing a lot of good work. He's been streaming very aggressively as well. We've been testing different types of content on here and how to make things a little bit better for you guys. So if you guys want to check it out, it's on the Boxmining Testnet. I'll throw this out there before we move on to the next topic. And we see, I love the bubbles. I know I love bubbles. It's branded vids. All right. Let's see. Hong Kong FinTech Week coverage. There's actually a big coverage today. I'm just like, just to throw everything out there for you guys. Beta bot. So thank you guys all for coming into the live stream. And if you guys are not attending to the live stream, I just want to remind you guys that we will be doing a lot more. I'm going to be a lot more aggressive with the live stream. So if you guys want to subscribe to this channel, subscribe to Boxmining rather. Wow, my windows are a mess. But subscribe to Boxmining. Make sure you have notification bell on. And if you do, you'll be notified when the subscriptions are on. You can say personalized or all, but some people, they prefer personalized. But if you smash that on, then it'll be amazing. So also, guys, we have a lot of people on the live stream. I usually don't ask for likes, but it really does help if you guys smash up the likes right now. It's a YouTube thing. YouTube algo, it feeds it to more people, and it gets more people into what is happening and into crypto. So if you guys do smash up the likes, it really does help me, and it also helps this channel and, in fact, crypto. We get more people onto this stuff. So please, let's smash those likes, guys. All right. So on that note as well, let me see what's on the chat, and then we move on. Costco said Neo Gas is still minus 80% since all-time high. A lot of coins are still minus since all-time high, right? If you look at Solana is a good example of a coin that got destroyed after FTX got smashed, right? Look, like if you think about it, from all-time high, it fell from $259. It dropped all the way to 13, right? That's a 95% reduction. There's still a lot of coins that got sent to hell, right? That's why we're still early. For the next wave, we are still super early. And all right, and if the next wave is going to be as big as we think it is with the institutional investors who have trillions of dollars, my God, I cannot help but to think of that. But if you definitely compare, if you look at Solana, you look at, like, say for example, compare that with Bitcoin, Ethereum. Wow, what? Wait, did I just see that right? Ethereum just broke 2,000. Oh crap, guys! Just within the stream, wow, that was like since the stream started, we broke 2,000. That's exciting, guys. Oh crap! So Ethereum didn't drop that much, but we're still around half since all-time high. But Ethereum is pumping massively, guys. Wow. Let's just take a look at the Ethereum charts. Whew. Ethereum. Put the Binance price up. Wow, double candle in the last hour. Wow, from 100, sorry, not 100, $1,921 all the way up to 2,000. So, guys, very, very interesting November so far. So we had the last of Pumpvember. Now we have this. This is an insane November that's coming up so far. I'm super excited for what's gonna happen because this excitement I think is gonna last. It's a situation where a lot of people who are skeptical, right? The first wave of pumps, they were skeptical. They think, oh yeah, we're gonna fall all the way back down. But now with this strength and with these ETFs being so close, I mean, there's not much time to FUD. I think if you actually think and look at the timeline, there's not much time to FUD, right? If January 10th is 90% chance for an ETF approval, now we have a mini one, right? This is like a freebie. This is a mini freebie. This is if it's early, cool, great. So, so yeah, sure. Sefer says the SEC could technically make a decision before Jan 10, but if we don't need this, we don't need this. We don't need this before everything goes up to some crazy levels. All right, let's take a quick look at what was happening with FTT token as well. That's the biggest mover. So what's happening here is that there are comments from Gary Gensler in relation to a potential reboot of the exchange. If you guys know, FTT is the native token for the FTX exchange, and they were just destroyed by none other than their founder, Sam Bankman-Fried. He literally stole money from the exchange in order to fund his lavish lifestyle, in order to fund the advertising campaign, political manipulation. Okay, these are not proven yet, right? Okay, accused. But he was found guilty of fraud, on 7 different accounts. He's gonna go away now, right? We know that he was convicted. The sentencing is gonna happen next year. He's in jail. It's being run now by Ray William Jr. the third. And it could be that this exchange could potentially reboot. See, what's actually kind of interesting right now also is that people want this to reboot, especially people who lost money, because if it reboots, then first of all we get another exchange that's to play around with, because FTX was actually a very good exchange for traders. So people who are victims, obviously, if it reboots, it's actually more financial money going into the pot to return to us. But it's also good for the crypto ecosystem, because right now crypto desperately needs more exchanges. Like, there's a certain desperation, because if you think about it, Binance is great for spot trades, right? Binance is amazing for spot if you want to trade different coins. But if you want something that's a little bit more professional, if something that's more like it has to support multiple accounts, good API access, high liquidity, right? What's there? So FTX 2.0 could be potentially getting a green light. So that's why FTT is now getting a huge rise. And also what's kind of interesting is that if you're looking at the aftermarket sale of FTX claims, so this is for people who are victims of FTX, they can potentially sell their claims to people who are going to buy them up, to funds who are buying them up. Recently, I checked these levels right now, so they're between 51 to 57%. 57 is on the high end. The one reported is FTX claims. The one reported on the news is 57%. But I looked at it right now with the current trading market for this. 57 is on the highest end, right? So right now it's between 53 to 56%. But that's actually really good news. That means that there are people who are willing to buy these claims at such a high number, which is actually not bad. It's like half, right? So people are willing to take it because people think that there's a high chance that a lot of money is going to come back. Up to 90% of the claims amount could be coming back because of the good investments that Sam Bankman-Fried made, ironically, namely Anthropic. Anthropic is an AI company that's been popping up recently and being recently purchased and getting huge high valuation. So yeah, but FTT and if FTX relaunch, FTX 2.0 gets a green light, then it could be even more money into the pot and money returning also into FTT, which is what's causing this massive pump. And I think when people see this, they FOMO, right? I feel like when people see charts like this, they kind of FOMO. All right, let's take a look at an hour. So there are some movements in this hour that's negative, but overall today it's been a pretty crazy day of pumps. Now, also in terms of other news, we actually see. Let me see if I have this on the correct track. So we see a huge movements of what's happening with Polygon. So Polygon, they're actually doing a $85 million grant to attract builders to their ecosystem. These are the builders in the space, right? During a bear market, people are building. And I've actually spoken to a lot of people who are doing DeFi, who are building on Solana, who are building on Polygon, who are building on Neo. Lots of different types of projects are being built. And I think what's happening with Polygon is like they have a good war chest to play with. It's going to be interesting. They have a good war chest to play with. And I think the Polygon hasn't even shown its true power yet, to be honest. They've been relying a lot on the Matic blockchain, the Matic side. But what's also interesting is that the next really big frontier is to use the developer SDK to build Ethereum-like chains. I think that's barely being talked about. And I feel like if you want to talk about that, money to build on that and money to grow on that, that's going to be super exciting. So anyways, my comment there. I have a comment coming in from Bede's Eye who says FTX was a good exchange. It was really made for traders. Like it was one of the exchanges that I did feel like, wow, this has all the features that I want. And also, guys, if you guys are interested in exchanges, we have a offer for Bybit. I know Bybit is okay. If you've been very OG, Bybit got a very bad, or not bad rep, but it was. There were a lot of people who were overly shilling Bybit at the start because just of their offers and stuff. But right now, with Bybit, basically they're growing to a massive and very powerful state right now, I would say. So sure, maybe before the features weren't super complete, but if you actually look at the exchange now, Bybit has just exploded and become like super powerful. All the spot trades are free. I'm not sure if you guys know that, but because they started off with very heavily into derivatives, all the spot trades right now on Bybit are free. The derivatives, they have huge and very good offers for VIPs, and if you become a VIP on the exchange, they actually contact you and they actually make sure you're okay and they look after your account, which is like honestly like really good service. Plus the sub account feature is just so much better than another very big yellow exchange that we know. I don't want to badmouth some people, but man, they need to pick up their game when it comes to sub accounts because when I trade, I make multiple sub accounts. This is just a way for me to protect risk. So, anyways, yeah, Bybit's really popping up right now. We do have an offer for Bybit Exchange that is happening with 3 iPhone 15 Pro Max giveaways. So, if you want to participate in that, let me throw the link down. But let me put that up here. Bam. Bloop, bloop, bloop. But you click the link. I'll put the link below. I'll put it in the chat as well. Throw that here. But for that, basically 3 lucky winners. If you deposit more than 100 USD and make 1 trade, you can have a chance to draw on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, the titanium one with the 512 gigabytes. This is exclusive to this channel, and this is pretty much the best deal you'll get. You'll actually get this on top of the $30,000 bonus rewards, on top of the airdrop with your deposit. So you basically get 100 plus $20 immediately, limited to the first 250 new users. So yeah, pretty much now is the best time to join if you haven't done so already. And right now, the best thing is the KYC is super fast. If you wait till the bull for this, the offers won't be as good. The KYC will be like months or weeks, and it'll be suck. So yeah, get that now. I'll put the link down below. Link says fade the channel. So I'll throw this here. And let's move on to our next topic. We'll finish the Polygon topic. JP Morgan says crypto rally looks overdone. I think people don't understand how powerful a crypto rally can be. Like the Chinese haven't even started playing yet, right? That's the messed up bit. Like if you look at what's happening in Asia, people are still talking. There's still a lot of people, like if you look at the video, it's very clear that there are people who know about Bitcoin, but they haven't fully invested yet. And when that Chinese engine starts, it's gonna be insane. On that side note as well, I recently just signed up for. Oops, that's not the one I want. I recently signed up for the first Hong Kong regulated exchange. This is, well, not just Hong Kong. This is the first China. All right, Hong Kong's part of China. The first China regulated exchange. It's called Hashkey. Hashkey actually has huge backing from the Chinese, because this is actually Hashkey. If you guys know, they're a fund set up by Dr. Xiaofeng, who is one of the early investors in Ethereum. He's rumored to have 1 million Ethereum. He's also very connected with the Chinese government. So guess what? This exchange is directly approved by government officials, etc. Right? So this one has the official VASP license, the VASP license from Hong Kong, and it's running. Now, obviously, I signed up, so I recently signed up, and there's still a lot of like teething. I'm not sure if you can see that here, but like they've suspended deposits for like USDT, Matic, and all these other coins that they want people to trade. So it's like it's still not fully up yet. But what this exchange does have is that they have a direct access to the banks in Hong Kong, which is super important. So this is giving access, direct, permitted access to banking institutions in Hong Kong. Their account, when we made the deposit, were for this account was in Standard Chartered. They're also working with ZA Bank, so you kind of know which banks are like friendly with crypto now. So they have a Standard Chartered account. They have a ZA Bank account, and the ZA Bank had a booth inside of the Hashkey booth, which is quite surprising. If you actually watch my video, you can see it was actually quite surprising to see that the bank's working so closely with crypto exchanges. This is a big contrast. If you guys were been watching my channel, you guys know that Hong Kong was not crypto friendly. If the banks found out previously, like 3-4 years ago, that you were touching crypto, they would have just exited you as a client. They would just say, hey, look, get out. Right, get out. All right, that's why we were so secretive about how, keeping our funds away from banks. We had to, we were treated like fugitives, but now we're treated as heroes. Right, this is like a huge big contrast to what's happening. But you know, that's life. That is life. Indie Kid UK says, why are you so pro exchanges now? Got my coin, Box coin yet? All right, this is a controversial topic, but I think it's actually important for me to just discuss this with you guys too. I'm not pro exchanges, okay, but I need to use them. All right, you like at the end of the day, how else am I gonna switch my coins? I love Uniswap. All right, I love these DeFi. All right, I love to have it, but at the same time, I need to have access to fiat. All right, I'm not one of those crazy Bitcoin crazy guys who try to live without like fiat for years. All right, I had to grow a business. I had to have expenditure. I had to interact and buy things in real life. It really does help to have a fiat on and off ramp, which is why, yet again, I'm like at the end of the day, it's just the devil, right? It sounds stupid because you just say, oh look, you know, when I go through all the exchanges I've been rugged by, it's not just Mt. Gox, FTX, but it was like Cryptopia, or all these other random exchanges in between. I've been rugged by all of them, but at the end of the day, I had to use them for some purpose or the other, whether it's them having liquidity for coins that I'm actively trading, or they have the features I need. And at the end of the day, I use leverage trading too. I needed that, right? So yet again, it's not about being pro exchanges, not taking a size or not. It's just like if there's something I need to use it, right? At the end of the day. Anyways, guys. So that's pretty much what I prepared up. I'm actually very excited in terms of what's happening for the Bitcoin halving. Like I kind of prepared a bunch of like data for the long-term fundamentals, and we're talking about next 6 months, right? Next 6 months, that's looking super positive for Bitcoin. But you probably heard that being said all the time, so I'm not gonna go super talk about that like too long. But you guys know that the halving is coming next year, right? So I think a lot of people, when they talk about the halving, they don't highlight one key aspect, which is when the halving comes, the amount of Bitcoin that's being produced each day halves. right? And that's huge because right now miners are still mining and they're dumping the Bitcoin on the market, right? There's always sell pressure. But by having that sell pressure, this has always been one of the key motivators for Bitcoin prices to go up. Now, normally it happens 6 months after the halving. Just count down here. Which was a good one? Okay, let's see if this is a good one. There's a good clock. Yeah, there we go. All right. So 162 days. So in April, it's going to come. So that's one of the biggest factors. April, the amount of Bitcoin being produced, that's going to halve. All right. That's when you see the halving. All right. This is actually quite important because miners are actually pretty big dumpers of Bitcoin, just because you just need to cover the electrical costs, etc., etc. So having half the number of Bitcoins being produced each day, that really helps. All right. Next up, we have ETFs. So analysts are saying 90% chance of approval in January 10th. And if not January, then it's March, right? That's another big motivator. Third motivator is just the financial markets right now. We've seen the Feds stop halting the increase in interest rates. And next year, it could be the case that interest rates are going to fall back down again, right? In fact, banks in Hong Kong are preparing for that. They're not even offering like 12-month time deposits. They're offering 3 months. Guess what? 3 months. We know what's gonna happen. Like, hey, you want to save your money for like a year with 5% interest rates? No, thank you. 3 months max or 6 months max. So that's interesting. That's one of the things I've been like shopping for interest rates on the banks, and I realized that was one of their comments that they were posting up. But also, so that's number one. Number three. And then number four is just how messed up this world is. Actually, we're not in a good state right now. Politics is just insane. And you know my policy on this channel, right? My policy on this channel when it comes to war, there's like what's happening in Ukraine, what is in Ukraine, what is the deal with Hamas. I don't talk about it. All right. There's a reason why I don't talk about it because we can spend hours upon hours upon hours talking about it. But at the end of the day, I want to make money. All right. As simple as that. And if I spend too much time on it, it's gonna burn into that time. But I do know, how messed up this world is and how polarized people are about particular subjects, right? If you want to disrupt, like, I've been to meetings in Hong Kong, and there's both Ukrainians and Russians, and if you want to disrupt and just like piss off everyone, then you just bring up the war, and it's like messed up. It's messed up. Beats Eye says, OKX made in HK, great exchange. OKB pump a lot now. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's a lot of positive talk about OKX, right? Because OKX, they're being a little bit quiet in terms of their marketing in Hong Kong, and we suspect that is because they're looking for the approval of the VASP license, right? They're trying to obtain that VASP license, which is why they're very quiet, right? Because Hong Kong and because in China, because this represents like a big leap forward in terms of regulation and legality. A lot of exchanges are not taking in Hong Kong customers. They're not talking or promoting Hong Kong, and that's because they're trying to be on the good side of the the SFC, the Securities and Futures Commission, in order to get approval. So that's why we don't hear so much about them. But yes, you're absolutely right. OKB has moved a lot, right? China is coming back. You have to pay attention. When China moves, it's not a small move, right? Chinese are hungry. Chinese are very, very hungry. So you got to pay attention to what's happening here. There was actually a quick post actually by Yatsuo of Animoca brands. Animoca has actually been putting a lot of PR recently in Hong Kong. And one of the reasons why is because he's seeing that there's a lot of institutional investors that want to get into especially gaming, right? So he's been noticing that. He recently made a comment. I don't know where my article is, but it's gone, I guess. Maybe I clicked it. But yes, they were doing pretty well, to be honest. Let me see Boxmining. Let me search for my own channel. That's great. Boxmining is live right now. But if you actually see the booth that Animoca had, it was actually pretty huge. They actually packed it with games during FinTech Week. It was pretty good. Like that. Yeah, this was the booth. This was the Animoca area. Look how crowded this place was. Look at how many people there were here. A lot of different people. That's Yat in the middle. He was like chilling and chatting to his VIP guests. But this booth was filled. It was packed to the brim, and you can just see that the banks on the sides, not so much, right? This is like DBS. Okay, there's a little bit, but there were a lot of empty space in these areas, and but Animoca was like popping. That was popping. It was one of the booths that I was like, oh wow, Animoca's popping. They spent a lot of money here, and you can see that they're not just. This is not a gamer convention. FinTech Week is very, very financially oriented. It's actually hosted by the Hong Kong government. It's the Treasury and Services Bureau here in Hong Kong. This is traditional money, right? You can see people in suits and family offices and different investors coming here, and they're very, very, very hungry to get into this because they know that they just can't just buy traditional assets like clothing or manufacturing. They know that Web3 is the future. So that's why there's an uptick in gaming as well. GameFi recently has a huge uptick. So anyways, we'll cover more of this in the future, guys. We're just ramping up this channel, but I'm really glad that you guys are here on the stream with me today to talk about everything in the future. I kind of noticed this. It takes a while to get back into these streams, so the quality of these streams are going to improve. Just in terms of my preparation and the preparation with my team, but there's a lot of excitement that's going to go on, and I want to show you guys everything that's happening in Asia, especially since we have a front row seat to everything that's happening here. I'm also going to be visiting different countries in Asia as well. We're going to try to take a look at what's happening in Singapore, which is the other big financial hub, and also in developing places like Thailand and also Vietnam. There's just a huge amount of development in Asia when it comes to crypto. It's explosive here. So this is your front row ticket, and make sure you're subscribed to this channel to get the latest on everything. And I want to bring just the raw stuff. That's what I kind of decided. Like after going to FinTech Week, I was like, I had a few colleagues just saying, "Oh, this is just shot very shittily," but in my defense, I feel like getting content to you guys very quickly is being a priority because when it comes to crypto, if I release this video this week or maybe next week when we have high quality video, we do all this like filming in log and like have like professional gimbals and like large files and multiple angles. By that time, I feel like the hype is over. No one cares anymore, right? If you guys want videos, you guys want to see same day edits, right? We edit this video, like we shot this video, we edit this video, we put it out in the same day, right? And I feel like this is what we need in crypto. So if you guys agree to that, please help support this channel. Pump up the views. It really does help us grow, and it helps me validate my direction as well. So and it's just a quick note as well. We actually had the Ozaru logo here. Ozaru is the fund that I'm starting to invest into more Web3 projects. There's just going to be a lot more happening with that soon. I'm going to talk to you guys about it. And then next week, of course, we have the Game On event. Which is being hosted in Hong Kong. It's 15th to 16th of November. I'm going to be speaking there, and I'm going to bring some of my old gaming buddies there together to host a panel and talk about what's going to happen in video games. So that's going to be super exciting. So if you guys are in Hong Kong, check out the Game On event. And if not, then yeah, we'll try to put it online as much as we possibly can. So, and before heading off, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit. We'll do some Q&A. But before heading off, I do want to say just a last shout out to Bybit. If you guys are interested in trading with a very powerful exchange with the tools necessary, and of course, just free spot trades. I mean, I don't know, man. If you guys are into spot, and free spot trades are pretty enticing for me at the very least. But free spot trades and the iPhone giveaway, that's still on. And the way it works is that if you deposit this and make the one trade, your user ID gets added to a list, and I'll do the live draw here with the Bybit guys, and we'll just do the live draw for the 3 iPhone 15 Pro Max giveaway. That's going to be pretty exciting down there. So let's do some Q&A, and then we're gonna end up the sessions. But guys, I do want to just give you a big say a big thanks for just coming in, supporting this channel, and everything. We got Masonati says, "Oh my God, it's you! It's been years. Yes, I am back. I'm back, guys. Well, yeah, I'm always back, but I've always been around. But I took a little bit of a break from making videos because it was just like too crazy for me. I also found out that the way I used to make videos, I pushed myself really hard and it wasn't very me. So I think in the future videos, I'm gonna be more me, and it's gonna be more fun and more easy for myself to do videos because it's just more fun. Let's see. SR says, so Neo not dead? No, I actually seen Da Hongfei. And yeah, we're gonna organize to check out what's up with Da Hongfei. We're gonna check out what's on with VeChain. None of these Chinese projects are dead, actually, to be honest. They got a pretty healthy war chest, and there's a lot for them to do. So I actually don't believe these Chinese things are dead at all. Bizai says, Australia sucks. Banks only allow 10K per month into crypto exchange, and their exchange sucks like 10 years before. So we actually asked um, this girl at the ZA Bank corner. They're like, we're like, how much can you cash out of crypto? And they're like, you know, I don't do like anything, right? As long as it's from Hashkey, it's pretty much approved, right? What if you do a million, right? A million Hong Kong, that is, a million Hong Kong. Keep it simple, right? So that's around more than that's around 130K USD. What if you just do that one shot? They're like, yeah, sure, why not? So yeah, maybe Beats Eye, if you're looking to it, consider coming into Hong Kong. I mean, hey, no capital gains here. Hong Kong, Hong Kong, baby. It's like Hong Kong has zero capital gains right now. Yeah. So let's see. People say, please do your KYCs now. Up 2K. Earth Roots America says up 2K low massive pump. Hey, hey. In all respect, guys, in all respect, yeah, right now we're dropping a little bit, pulling back a little bit because of just the overexcitement. But what I do see is that we haven't had these movements for a while now. All right, for a while it was boring. Like crypto was very boring. It was like stagnant, right? Like look at this period, these periods here. Oh, it's boring. It's just straight lines. But these few months we've been on this like, very exciting ride, and now that we're so close to 2024 with everything lined up in 2024, I think that FOMO is here, and this is why I honestly feel unprepared. I honestly feel unprepared coming into this market because I thought I had more time to accumulate more coins. Thought I had more time to create more YouTube videos, like just covering what the foundation of what I need to cover. I feel like out of shape in terms of creating content. Is I haven't been making so many videos, so I feel like I'm not very articulate, not as articulate. And the other thing I want to do is I want to lose all my weight. Like I'm still like a little bit fat. I wanted to lose all my weight before we start. So like, you know, um, I'm healthier. I'm more like happy. Like just generally life stuff. I just wanted to make sure that my life was all in order before the next bull run comes. Because when a bull run comes, it's just insane, right? It's just absolutely nuts. So anyways, I just want to do a shout out to Glimper Juliana as well, and people who have been subscribed to the Boxmining subscribe side. Really want to say big shout outs to all of you guys. I really actually miss talking to you guys a lot, so I'm glad you guys are back. Glad you guys are subscribed. Make sure you have the notification button on. Um, yeah, it's really happy. I'm really happy to see it. It's like seeing old friends again. It really is. It really is. Glimper Juliana says, "Are NFTs coming back? Still got some crypto kitties lying around." NFTs, the volume is still not super high. If you actually look at Blur's, I love trading on Blur, but it's all right. The volume's moving up a little bit. Bored apes are up. Bored apes BAYCs are up to 32 ETH each. So that's not bad. This was 20 something a while ago, right? I saw them at there was a point where it was almost at 26. So they're slowly coming back. Like the blue chips I would say are the ones that are really coming back, and we really saw how strong the communities can be. But yeah, blue chips are here. Um but it's not like it's not at the crazy zones. It's not gonna be like every NFT is gonna be pumping. I think that was crazy. Um, Crypto Steve says get a fitness watch. I've been wearing this a lot actually. This is the one that I wear a lot recently. The Apple Watch. Um, yeah, I love it, but sometimes you want to steal watch, right? It's like it's annoying to switch watches. I hate switching watches, and it's kind of funny too. Just like a side note, I got the one with the white strap, and recently I've been getting into this jeans thing, right? So I went on a trip to Japan, and there's a lot of like Japanese raw denim, so I ended up buying quite a bit of Japanese raw denim. So like I'm actually wearing a pair of pants. This is a pair of jeans that's um, Japanese raw denim, but when I wear this, like the indigo dye stains the bands. I don't know. It's just weird. Anyways, that's a sidetrack. That's sidetrack. It's not crypto, but sidetrack. Um, Angela Wang says, "Oh no, the thing where your weight is proportional to BTC prices." Like, please, please no. Um, it's sad, right? It's sad. Like, I'm getting. So I realized I did some research. I'm Asian, right? So apparently Asians you cannot have as high BMI because Asians have more visceral fat, so fat around the organs, right? So I realized that my weight was just insane. I'll show you this, right? So during the crypto run in 20 this is 2022 level. So that was during like towards the end of the bull market. My weight just shot up like crazy. I'm not sure if this focuses in or not, but you guys can see that or not. But recently I've been trying to lose a little bit of weight. I've been tracking that. I've been sharing that. Losing weight's not easy, man. Not easy at all. Fire ups just can't see shit. Yeah, I'll show you guys that a little bit later. I know it's very hard to wave a camera in front of the screen to see things, but you can trust me on that. Cancer is this: is Boxmining being so boring? Watching you since 2017, and crypto has done nothing. You need to do something else besides crypto. I wouldn't say so. Cancer is it. I mean, crypto has moved, like the scene has moved a lot, a lot. I would say it's actually quite exciting for what it is, right? Like DeFi popped up, right? We got Uniswap. Um, what else do we get? We got a whole craze of NFTs. Dude, a lot happened. A lot happened. If you look back since 5 years ago, since 2017, like that's 6 years ago, I don't think like 2017, 2016, we were treated like fugitives, and now we're treated like, oh my god, we're the future. That's still insane. Like I feel like the perception of crypto has changed a lot. Yeah, sure, Bitcoin is still the same. Good old Bitcoin is still the same, but that's what we wanted to be, right? And yeah, I'm really glad for the ride. I feel like there was a time when I was very negative about the world. Um, I felt like there was a time when I almost like stepped closer to depression. And yeah, this is a very personal subject for me, but there was a time when I wasn't very happy at all. And it's weird, it's because like uh, the way I would describe it is like I bought everything I wanted for myself, and then I just didn't know what I want in life anymore. Like you feel a little bit of emptiness, and then what happened was that I was making gains in crypto, but I was also making losses, and the way my brain is wired is that I would value the losses more than the wins. Even though I had more wins than losses, the losses still, you feel like, oh man, I should have done this. Yeah, I should have done that. So I actually took a year to work on myself. So that's why I didn't make that much content for a while. Like I took some time to work on myself. What really helped was actually watching Huberman. So this is Huberman. There's an episode on dopamine which is really good. Because in crypto, you when you trade, there's always a lot of dopamine, right? You It's very exciting, right? You see huge gains, it's exciting, or you see losses, it's exciting. Regardless, it's exciting, and you get huge spikes of dopamine. But the problem here is that something I didn't realize is that dopamine can get depleted, right? And I realized that I was depleting my dopamine. So you feel very empty. Like you feel like nothing excites you anymore. You feel like stuff that should excite you doesn't excite you at all. And that was when I was like, yeah, Sparks 25 says a lack of purpose is never good. So that was last year. That was last year. And this year, a few things I changed. So I became very aware of dopamine and how dopamine depletion works. So I've been starting to do things that, like, I quit video games for one. So I'm actually a big gamer. So you can actually see here I actually have a bunch of gaming stuff all around me. And I just stopped. I mean, I haven't powered this on for like maybe half a month to a month now. I just stopped gaming. I stopped layering as well. So say for example, when I go exercise, I would sometimes listen to music, sometimes not listen to music, and that actually helped reduce these spikes in dopamine. And like recently, I've been feeling a lot happier because I feel like I'm just generally more content and more motivated. So yeah, if you guys want me to talk about that, I can talk endlessly about it because like it's something that I really wanted to work on for a while. Fire Up says watching Superman. Yeah, why not? I actually watched his recent video. He's actually really exciting. Like, I just don't know how he can make it so exciting. Like for me, like my level of excitement is like and like this, but like Superman's like he's always through the roof, right? Like he's always through the roof. One loves this, no sugar at all, artificial or natural, no processed food too. It actually really helps. I'm also been focusing on a lot on diet. Uh, it actually works. It actually really works. You know, um, I didn't believe it at first, right? Because I love sugar. I love sugar. So someone talked to me earlier. Like there was a comment. Fire Up says, "Still eating Krispy Kremes." Man, I can finish like a dozen Krispy Kremes original, right? Like I can finish a dozen in one sitting because I love that stuff, and it makes me so happy. Like you'll see a giant smile on my face when I'm eating donuts. It's just the best experience in the world. But I realized that sugar-free foods is causing a dopamine spike, right? And there's two things bad about it. One is it causes a dopamine spike. It makes me very happy for a very short amount of time, but then depletes that dopamine. But the second issue is that it also makes you hungrier. So all the stuff that people are posting about, not eating sugary foods and then you don't feel as hungry, that's true. That is so true. So, anyways, that's what I found. Mukana is Crypto Steve says Mukana is good for dopamine. I didn't know that. I'll try to get it. See what Mukana is. That would be good. Ahmad says, can you make a quick list of what you did to spike your dopamine and what you did to get you out of your laziness slash lack of purpose? So quitting gaming is huge. Quitting gaming was very big for me because I played a lot of very time intensive RPGs. So I finished Final Fantasy 16. I finished Baldur's Gate 3. I finished like Wulong. There was just like a bunch of games I was just like playing for like 60 hours, right? These are 60-hour games and they're super fun. Like Final Fantasy 16, man, the boss fights, holy crap, huge dopamine spikes. The music, just epic music, whatever, right? Crazy, crazy, crazy dopamine spikes. The second thing, that was the biggest one for me because I realized that I realized it was addiction when I'll talk to people. And I know this is not crypto. This is getting to a self-help session, but like, let me. I think there's a lot of people talking about this, but um, I realized that after talking to people, I wasn't super happy. What I'll do is I'll play a game of Cuphead. I'll go and play like this, like a fun, very fast game for 10 minutes, and it'll spike my dopamine right there, right? Like it's like fun action game, or maybe something like Devil May Cry 5, right? Like something action, like lots of excitement, lots of blinking, flashing stuff, um, um, and it'll spike my dopamine, and then I'll feel normal, right? So I then I realized like what's happening to me. I'm wait that's not right. If I don't feel normal when I'm not playing games for a while, that's an addiction, right? That's honestly an addiction, right? So I had to stop that. That's number one, and then the second one is the glucose spike. Just not eating like carrot cake, whatever, like carrot cake, donuts, watching that sugar intake, and then layering as well. So like playing music and playing games and eating food at the same time. Right? If that was something I was cutting down, I'm just dropping down as well. So that helped me a little bit. And something that was quite interesting is that it wasn't just about happiness; it was also about motivation. Right? Someone was saying about that. It's absolutely true. Like I feel a lot more motivated now. I can like start this, make a video. It's very fun to hang out. I'm excited for it now. But back, I think maybe half a year ago, I feel like it's a chore, right? As a chore to make a video. Oh crap! Like no, I gotta make another video again. Oh my god. But now I feel like, oh yeah, I really want to talk to you guys. You guys have been giving me a lot of positive feedback, and like I want to see these faces. But Bernard Macarius, like I haven't seen you in ages, right? Like I feel a lot more excitement. So I think that's really really important for me. And also the last one that my friend recently is struggling with is trading. He's been trading very very heavily. He's a manual trader. He looks at these charts. He'll take up very very big positions, and when it goes up he'll have a massive dopamine spike, right? And then he told me like when he was trading he was looking at his family or kids are hanging out, he just wouldn't feel he'll feel empty. If he wasn't just like clicking on buttons, he'll feel empty, and but that's also really bad. And luckily I never got to that stage for myself, but I know that it can affect some people as well. Like that's a huge dopamine spike. And the last thing for me personally is like I feel like I have a little bit of ADHD. Like I feel like there's times where I can't stop but touch things, and then like it's very hard for me to focus. I've never been diagnosed, but I've been watching a lot of videos recently about ADHDs. Like ADHD people crave sugar, ADHD people crave a dopamine hit, and they have overall lower levels of dopamine. I was like, hey, maybe that was me, right? I don't know. Yet again, not a doctor, not self-diagnosing, but I was watching. So actually, like it was healthy gamer, healthier gamer GG. This guy was actually pretty good for me as well. So like, there's talking about all of his stuff. Yeah, like it helps. But yeah, basically had a big detox for dopamine. It was actually pretty brutal for the first 2 weeks because like I just felt like totally drained and energyless, and I was just like I go back home after work and I just like no, I just want to like lie there and do nothing, right? But now I actually feel a lot better. So like yeah, that's me. Ahmad says for my dopamine and purpose was good before COVID and staying at home 1 to 2 years. It hurted my purpose slash dopamine. I also need to slow down on weed too. That probably isn't helping. Absolutely. And alcohol, drugs, weed, anything. It's like that's gonna be hard. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna let you go now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. It's been amazing chatting with you guys and just hanging out. It's pretty fun to just talk about crypto, talk a little bit live, and share everything that's going on. I hope you guys really enjoy this live session. And yeah, we'll be doing a lot more lives, so make sure to stay tuned. And with that, guys, just really enjoy it. I just want to thank you guys yet again. It's a great time. Crypto is gonna go way crazier now. I'm piling out a lot more, and I'm just really happy for this. I'm trying to contain my excitement because you know, that's the best way to trade. I found that was the best strategy for me is to have no emotion. But then when I go on stream, I want to have a little bit of emotion, right? So I was very very conflicted about how to do things. But now I feel like I'm kind of getting a hang of it. And with that as well, guys, if you guys want to join Bybit. We do have that crazy offer for the iPhone 15 Pro Maxes. So make sure if you guys haven't joined already, make sure you join. And with that, guys, without further ado, wait, that's not the one I want. Without further ado, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. See you next